Got a style smoother than jerkins, from the same places where I need jerking. I don't worry about other people, I'm God and the devil is my ego. I'm one handsome ass Negro, smoking that good shit that's illegal. I still mess up, I ain't perfect. My dream a lot of work, but it's worth it. Time to get on stage, I ain't nervous. Drinking my lick out of turbot. I ain't really tripping off no hoe. Not doing what I want, I'm a no-show. Gotta love life, no regrets. I just want the money and the respect. Say good, never hurting. My dream coming true cause I'm working. When you're doing more than flirting. Game so tight, call it virgin. Say good, never hurting. My dream coming true cause I'm working. When you're doing more than flirting. Game so tight, call it virgin. All I wanna do is ball out. Got hella points, can't call out. Me and my main chick had a falling out. Something about my side chick, whatever she was talking about. I ain't where I wanna be, but I won't bitch. Won't stop for no chick. Gotta think and grow rich, gotta be consistent. I'm really making it happen, I ain't sitting around wishing. Top 5, flyest nigga in the game. Yeah, I know it sound insane, they don't know my name. I be messing with them jerky jerks, smoking them TKOs. They ain't on the strict, but I always have plenty hoes. I really love this life shit. Wasn't for the music and weed, I might quit. Play it for life, don't believe in the right chick. Game so tight, might pull me a dyke bitch. Top 5, stay good, never hurting. Hold on, want to get into my bag. Oh man, I didn't even know this was going on. All right, come on.
When I first ever mentioned your name, P, I wasn't talking shit about you, but hold on, I'm gonna cut you up first. I'm gonna cut you up.
Go ahead, do what you.
He put me in the line and they were talking about you, and I said, "What is this baby mama?"
Don't try to explain yourself, little nigga. Go ahead and call yourself chopping me up, white boy.
Okay, so nigga, now
stop trying to be cool with me. I don't want to be cool with you, white boy. Stop trying to be cool with me. You trying to make friends and shit like that. Trying to explain yourself, nigga. Stop trying to choose and get to the point, nigga.
I'm gonna let you talk.
Yeah, let him talk, nigga. Yeah, get to the point, man. I ain't trying to hear no all that goofy shit. Get to the point and chop,
nigga. Go ahead, boy. Listen, let me talk to you.
Go ahead, white boy. Go ahead. Let's see. Make us laugh.
Check this out, nigga. You reaching with the white folks jokes, nigga. Them hoes sound cool, my nigga.
You is a white boy. How are you not? Excuse me, son. How are you not white? If your father's white, how you not white?
How I'm not black?
How are you not a white man?
You sound like
known by your father's genes. You're white. You're white.
Nigga, my mama
your father, every man is known by what his father is. Your father's a white man. I'm sorry, son. You have no business speaking against pedophilia. Your whole culture is white. You're a white
girl, my nigga.
Hey, do your thing, and that's another thing. A white guy from the South talking about fucking a little girl. That's funny, but go ahead.
That's it, nigga, you did that. I ain't do it. What you talking about? I ain't do it. What you mean, Sinful? You did it, nigga. You the talk to the game right now, nigga. Not me. Not
man,
me.
this shit funny to me.
Then you talk about nigga down.
You a white guy. Wait a minute, stop. You a white guy and you from the South. Wait a minute, you a white guy and you from the South and you talking against.
You don't never keep no hoe long enough. What I'm gonna cut up on you folks, I ain't no hoe.
What are you talking about? Boy, what are you talking about? Why are you doing it? Just repeating what you heard, you little feminine ass white boy.
I heard, nigga.
You don't know me. Hold on, wait a minute. How would you know and you never pimp with me? You don't know me.
I ain't never pimp with you, nigga. I ain't said I did.
You don't know me. And you're a white guy from the... Wait a minute, stop. You're a white guy that's high cholesterol, low self-esteem, bacon eating motherfucker, you understand me live on Instagram, you that. That's why you wanted that bitch. Because you got low self-esteem, nigga. That's why. You got a fetish, boy. You You got a fetish, boy.
I know you did, you big
got a
fat can of
fetish,
mayonnaise.
white
I
boy.
know you just
You
did.
got a fetish for big girls.
I know
and
you
you
just
sound
did.
like you got a fetish for studs too. I don't
Nigga, I got a
blame you. You a
fetish for
white
big
boy.
grown
You
ass
got all
women, not
type of
little
weird
bitty
ass
skinny
shit in
girls,
your
little bitty
jeans, boy.
girls. You hear me?
Shut your European ass up.
Nigga, you just mad 'cause my baby
European ass
mama's damn near
motherfucker trying
30.
to talk about some
You
goddamn
mad 'cause
pimping,
my
boy.
baby mama,
Boy,
you
be
mad
the
'cause my
fuck
baby mama's
quiet.
30.
Boy,
My
be
baby
the
mama's
fuck
30,
quiet.
nigga.
Hey,
You
and
mad
you
'cause
know
my
the
baby
cold
mama's
part?
30.
Hey, you know the cold part? The
You
big
mad
bitch
'cause
said that you didn't even
my baby
ask for
mama's
the money.
30, nigga.
Hey, the big bitch said
You
that you didn't
mad
even
'cause my
ask for the
baby mama's
money. You was
30.
just enjoying her company.
And yours might be
Hey, you were
21.
just enjoying her company, man. Hey, that big bitch was so entertaining to you, you didn't even ask for no money, you trick-ass white boy. You was sitting over there enjoying the conversation with that big-ass bitch. You fetish-having motherfucker.
Let's not make her famous
You
amongst
fetish-having ass
artistic
white
big
boy. You
platforms.
was sitting over there enjoying your fetish, you fat ass. You sitting over there enjoying your
You
fetish with
stuttering
that
and
bitch.
shit, nigga.
You
You
never
fucked up
asked
about
for
this
no
shit.
money, man.
Nigga, you fucked up
Hey,
about
they
this
showed the
shit.
DM. Hey, they showed that all the...
All right, man. You know what I'm saying? Here we here with the another episode. Well, really not even an episode. I'm just doing another tribute to one of the coldest mouthpieces ever to walk this earth, Sinful The P. And in case you didn't know, my name is Sean Roan. Okay, I am number one. I'm just a cool, smooth brother, but I'm also a recording artist, an author, a screenplay writer, screenwriter. You know what I mean? I do it all. But yeah, I'm Sean Roan, and I'm gonna call this Sinful Style. So my last video, I did my own tribute to Sinful the P, but today, you know what I mean? I woke up late night and I couldn't go back to sleep, and I was like, damn, man, ever since Sinful checked up out of here, my YouTube been hella dead. You know what I mean? You know how Sinful would just go live at like 3 in the morning. You know what I mean? Because, you know, call it pimping whole hours and stuff. And he would just talk hella shit, or he review something or whatever. And it was just, you know what I mean? To be honest, Sinful got me through most of my work shifts. At the job that I work at now, we do 12-hour shifts, rotating shifts. Sometimes, like one week you'll have day shift, 7 to 7. Next week it'll be night shift. So like on my night shifts, man, I'm trying to fight sleep. You know what I mean? I'm working hard, and then I just get a notification that Sinful the P went live, and then, you know what I mean? Let's say it was 2 in the morning and I had 5 hours to go. Man, Sinful will be live for 3 hours, and it would just make my shift just so much easier to deal with, man. So I really miss that nigga, man. And to honor him, I think for a while, and I know y'all, some people in my comment section of my last video, they was talking about my view and stuff. Look, man, I don't live in a high rise. I live right outside of Atlantic City, but I'm not about to go to my homie crib or rent me a room so you niggas, and put my camera by the window so you can see a view of the city so you niggas don't clown me. I don't give a damn. You're gonna sit here and look at this view, or you could just listen, because really I just want you to listen to me. Fuck the view. I live in Galloway. You know what I'm saying? I'm out here in this Galloway, New Jersey, and this is my view right now until I move out to Cali or something, somewhere, you know, a little bit doper. But anyway, let's get right to it. Hold on. Before I get into what I'm about to talk about, this episode of Sinful Style is brought to you by whoever grew this weed that I'm finna puff on, and Blunt Effects Incense. If you can see the little bit of smoke that's blowing in front of the camera. I always like my incense, man. I love having incense. But anyway, hold on. Oh shit, getting right to it. So I know I'm a couple weeks late, but I wanted to discuss the Sinful the P funeral situation. You know, Freeze and Gorgeous Dre, you know, they dropped a couple videos letting everybody know what's going on, but I just want to give my thoughts. Quite frankly, like, yeah, I know Sin was who he was, but to my knowledge, that nigga dead. That man is dead. He gone. So I don't really think he give a fuck about no funeral right now. If he dead like they say he did, he's either, in another dimension, or he done reincarnated or whatever. Either way, Sinful The P on the physical level is not here. So the funeral situation, funerals, number one, are really for the dead. Really for the living people, the living folks. You know what I mean? I hate funerals, especially the religious ones, because you go to the funeral and they, you in that church. Churches are already weird to a nigga, but you go to the damn church and then it's just everybody all sad and stuff, and everybody crying, and you got people just crying because they at a funeral and they think that's how they supposed to act. And the whole situation just one big ass drag to me. You know what I mean? But the funeral, regardless, is for the family and friends. And I know Freeze had a big issue with how Sinful's brother and sister handled everything, but you got to remember, like he said, they didn't see Sinful The P. They saw Phil. They saw Big Phil. I think that's what they called him back there. They saw Big Phil from the Shy. And I know the rest of us, we know Sinful The P, but to them, he Phil. They didn't accept his way of life. They didn't approve of his way of life, and they really didn't want to look at him in that light. And I can 100% attest, I can really relate to that, because it'd be people in your family and motherfuckers that grew up around you. They tend to want to hold on to whatever opinion or whatever view they had of you. And they could have formed this view or this opinion back in 2002. You know what I'm saying? And you a whole different person, a whole different way of thinking. You done did all kind of shit in your life, but you still gonna be whoever, whatever they want to put you in, like whoever they call you, like. And they didn't see him as Sinful The P. So in their eyes, look, they just wanted to put their brother in the ground, and they didn't give a fuck about what Freeze was talking about for real. Even though Freeze, I'm sure he put up a lot of bread. You ordered Dre, they probably put up a lot of bread for what was going on. You know what I mean? But what we gotta remember is that funerals are for the dead. Now, what I think all the P partners are Sinful The P, everybody that fuck with him. I haven't really been following Freeze since he made that video, but they need to just have one big ass celebration. We got to get out of this religious indoctrination of us. We supposed to have some sad ass memorial funeral service for a motherfucker. No, Sinful The P was positive as hell, and you could tell he knew how to have a good time. Even though, he wasn't no drinker, no partier, you could tell that he knew how to really function and have a good time, and he was probably really fun to be around. So they need to have a big ass, out in Vegas, you know what I mean? Out in Vegas, they need to have a big ass celebration for that nigga, man. And it should just be all good ass music and people getting up there talking about, they best times with the nigga and just remembering them, because that's really what it should be about. Fuck all that sad shit. You want to cry your ass at home. That's at least I don't care how they do my funeral when I die, but the one thing I will say, when I die, and if any of my family members or friends listen to this, when I die, don't be having no sad ass service for me. Y'all niggas have a party, all right? Y'all niggas have a party. I don't care about cremate me, but have a party with my picture, big ass pictures of me there and stuff. Don't pick no fat boy pictures from when I was a little kid and shit. Pick something real nice where I'm looking fly, and y'all sit around and drink and smoke hella weed in remembrance of Sean Rome. Straight up. That's how I want my shit. Other than that, I don't give a damn shit. Just don't be crying and shit. It's like I want people, even if any of his family members, no, man, I understand, you know, you sad, but y'all niggas need to rejoice because this world is fucked up. And Sinful came down here, and even though he was 38, that nigga did a lot in his 38 years, man. He done went through all the ups and downs. He done been to the extreme highs, and he done been to the extreme low. And we need to celebrate Sinful The P. And that's why I'm going to keep making these videos just like this, because he not around. So somebody got to do it. Shit. You know what I mean? And if I was Freeze, you know what I mean, he don't have no reason to ever talk to them again. I know it sounds cold, but he don't got no reason to speak to, because it seemed like they really didn't fuck with Freeze anyway. Like, you know, they looked at Freeze like, oh, you one of his criminal. Like, I heard his brother, like, you one of his criminal friends. Like, see how they thought about that nigga? They thought of him as a criminal. Shit. So Freeze and Dre, y'all got no reason to talk to them niggas. Y'all just need to have a nice celebration of that man's life, man. And shit, I probably could come. I'll be out there. But anyway, like I said, I really do miss Sinful The P. So what I'm gonna do is, this is Sinful Style. So I'm gonna do this Sinful Style. And I got my talking points and my bullets of things I want to talk about. But right now, I just want to talk to the people for a second. I want to talk to the Sinful The P fans, well, just everybody that's listening to me. Listen, especially young or old men, right? Like, you don't have to always physically go through something. You don't have to always physically go through something to learn a lesson. But you know what I mean? Like, coming up, I'll give you an example. The main thing that kept me out of jail, or kept me from doing things that would like really land me in jail, was watching other people in my life around me go to jail. Watching the cops show up to my grandmother's house and, you know, arrest one of my family members. You know what I mean? Watching, even when I was with my dad people, watching cops come take my family members, you know, away in the car. And, it was traumatizing. But one thing I learned was like, yo, I didn't want that to happen. You know what I mean? And then some of my family members would tell me about what jail was like. And it kept me the fuck out of jail. But anyway, I just said that to give you an example of like how you can learn, like you can watch other people and learn and experience or learn how or how not to handle a situation, right? So the past few years, things have, you know, I've done certain things, made certain mistakes, and the consequences were costly. Okay. One thing I was doing and I shouldn't have been doing, you know, when you're out dating and stuff, and you know, you're meeting new women. You know, sometimes you just hang out with a chick, and other times, you know, you take it a step further. You know, you have sex or something. You know what I mean? And sometime in the moment, especially if there's alcohol involved and stuff, you don't always think like, oh shit, you know, let me, you know, throw this protection on because shit, I don't want no kid and I don't know old girl like this. And for real, I don't really like old girl like this. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, let me throw rubber on. So, make a long story short, you know, I had a child unexpected. My child's a blessing, whatever. But, you know, still unexpected, something that, I really didn't want at the time. I really wasn't, you know, trying to do at the time. But anyway, you would think that people would learn from my goddamn mistakes. Especially when you're, you know, friends, when you're a friend of mine and I tell you about what's going on with me. And I even tell you, hey man, don't be like me. Be careful. you know? So my message today is be smart. If you know that for whatever reason, there's different reasons why people don't want children or whatever, or just anything. Yeah. So if you know you're in a space in your life where you really just kind of want to do your own thing and build you or whatever, and you don't want any extra added baggage or anything like that, you need to always be thinking about that. So when you're out dating and you want to hook up, you need to wear protection, man. And the reason, and everybody be like, oh well, I could pull out. What if she's on the pill? Number one, just because a motherfucker tell you they on the pill does not mean that they taking that motherfucker, or if they was ever really on the pill. Okay? All right? Because a lot of motherfuckers be lying. And you be thinking, oh, shorty cool. She got a bitch may have a degree, a good job, and she's nice looking. She got her stuff together. You know what I mean? But you don't know what this person's thinking or what type of shit they got going on. You know what I mean? And on top of that, you want to wear protection because, yeah, man, STDs are real. Yeah, STDs are real. And I know it's something, some people have the sick mindset. Well, shit, man. Shit, as long as it ain't AIDS or HIV, man, I could just go get me a pill or a shot and I'll be all right. No, you don't want to go through that because you don't know. You could get something that don't go away. It don't have to be HIV or AIDS or nothing like that. So you need to be somewhere else strapping up, especially if you're fucking around with multiple people. Now, you would think it would be common sense, but common sense ain't so common. And when people get horny, they tend to think with their genitals and not the mind that God gave them. You know what I mean? So yeah, and you could also, like, let's say you a man and you got a rotation of like 2 or 3 women that you fucking with, right? And you just raw dogging all of them. They don't necessarily have to have something for some type of infection to come. You could just, because you raw dogging and getting all them juices on you and in you, you know what I mean? You could get some type of infection. Now you done sat there and gave the girls you fucking with an infection. And then what they'll do is, because they not your girl for real, they'll go fuck somebody else raw diggity, and now you passing some type of infection around. So yeah, please, man, use your God-given mind and take a deep breath before you decide to raw diggy. You know what I'm saying? Man, go ahead and get you a pack of rubbers, man. Get like a family pack, 64 pack, 100 pack or something. Get you some rubbers and keep like 1 or 2 of them in your wallet, young man, old man. You know what I'm saying? You would think that shit'd be common sense, man. Something wrong with y'all. Something wrong with y'all. Now I sat there and I told you motherfuckers, I told you I was living proof of how being a damn fool, you know what I mean, what can happen. Shit. Shit. All right, done with that topic. Now, I want to talk about something called shadow work. Now, one thing about me is some of you might be Christians or like or Muslim or something. You follow some type of organized religion. About 8 years ago, yeah, 8 years ago, I decided that I just wanted to give up on, like, not give up, but let go. Yeah, give up. Let go of religion completely. I grew up in a Baptist church. From birth to 17 years old, I was at church at least 2 times a week doing something. You know what I mean? Most of the time, 2 times a week. But at least I was definitely there on Sunday for Sunday school and church. My grandmother, every Sunday, man, wake me up stupid early, way before church even supposed to start, and get me up there to damn Sunday school. Now looking back, man, god damn, like hell no. I'm not gonna force no religion on my daughter, and I'm gonna teach her. We like as the years go by, I'm gonna teach her about different things. So when she get older, she can make the decision on what she, if she want to follow a religion or not. But anyway, I gave up religion 8 years ago, and I started researching different things. I read different books. I followed different scholars online and stuff, watching their lectures. Just to give you an example, I started off with a man named Zoe Williams, and then from Zoe, I went to Pastor Ray Hagins. Then from Ray Hagins, I went to Bobby Hemmett, and then from Bobby Hemmett was the one. Like I really watching his lectures, and then I really I ain't gonna lie. Like a lot of time I just read the stuff and I'll do some of the things that they tell you to do. I don't always read books, but Bobby Hemmett, man, Bobby Hemmett made me go research a lot of shit. And that's what made me learn. It's like Bobby Hemmett was the first time I really heard something about shadow work. And basically, shadow work is the part on your spiritual journey where you basically, it's like you learn to deal with your past trauma, your past issues, and your insecurities. And yeah, in the last 8 years, I've on and off been doing this shadow work. Or maybe I've just been doing shadow work the whole time. It's just been really slow and hard. But there's something about the past like few months that a lot of my like old traumas and stuff like that hurt me or upset me, a lot of that shit started to come back or resurface in my mind. And I know Spirit is doing this because this is stuff that I need to let go of so that way I can move on to the next level. And I'm triggered. You know what I mean? I'm triggered because number one, I'm in New Jersey. I'm in the state of New Jersey. And for you spiritual folk who about to understand what I'm saying, New Jersey is, to me, this is my opinion. New Jersey is beautiful, and is fucked up at the same time. It's beautiful because mainly because of the way it looks in the summer. The summer and the fall is super beautiful. The wintertime sucks. It's cold. It's just not the same. It's really like, why even be out here? But the energy in New Jersey is very negative. Very cold and negative, and that's how it's been my whole life. And I always knew I was out of place here because I have a more laid back, personality, and I tend to see the good in people first, even though I notice they, obviously they have bad qualities, but like basically what I'm saying is my energy is different than the energy out here. You know what I mean? So being in New Jersey, it has been forcing me. Now it's like really, it's like, damn, right in your face. All the shit that fucks you up is right in your face. You keep seeing the same people in certain situations that you had issues with. You just keep occurring. Like certain shit just keeps occurring. It's like, damn. And it just triggered these memories like fuck, like, and what it'll do is sometimes like I'll fuck around and get lost, like I'll zone out thinking about all this shit, and I'll fuck around and get upset in the present time, like, and that's not cool. So lately I've just been researching like, hey, like what can I do to start letting some of this baggage go, past failures, like I said, people that have hurt you or pissed you or wronged you in some way, like situations that didn't go my way. You know what I mean? Mistakes that I made that caused to be. you know, working on forgiving myself. I don't want to be one of those individuals that live in the past, because I know too many individuals out here in this New Jersey that like live in the past. Like I see certain individuals and all they want to talk about is what happened 15 years ago. Like, damn, bro, you got to move on. They still doing the same shit that they was doing 15 years ago too. You know what I mean? And if you going through that, I just want to let you know that you are not alone. Like, you are not alone in this journey, man. You ain't the only one that that got like the what ifs. Like, damn, what if I'd have did this or I shouldn't have did that? Like, look, man, I'm dealing with that right now. I'm dealing with that shit right now. Even with my music, like I have regrets of the I remember like one time I had took that basically damn near 2 years off for like dropping a song and shit. And then I had the nerve to be pissed off that I wasn't doing nothing, you know what I mean, or my career wasn't taking off. Like bro, you didn't even work. I look back like now I'm 32. I feel like if I'd have really put in the work the way I've been putting it in the last 3 years, 4 years, shit, I'd have been on by the time I was 28 at least. You know what I mean? And fucking in music, making it in music, man. When you have no, when number one, you don't live in an area where is you can be heard for real. Um, it's just hard. Like it's hard when you don't live in an area where you can't be heard for real. And then they really don't support you out there. And I know my music is good locally. It's hard to get people to even give me a listen. Motherfuckers just want to hear what they want to hear. Like, and then if you don't know people, in the industry, it's that much harder. It's to the point now. I'm like, look, I'm doing it because I love making music, and I'm just gonna grow an organic fan base, one person at a time, just one person at a time. And I no longer have that dream of being like Drake level, because I know what it takes to get to that level, and I know I'm not really willing to do that. You know what I mean? I'm not really willing to do that. At the end, if I could say I had 50,000 legit fans, then you can't tell me I ain't God level at that point, man. To me, that's like my dream number right there. If I can just get 50,000 of y'all to really rock with me and my music, I don't need to be Jay-Z. Like if if that 50,000 leads to that kind of popularity, look, I'm cool with that. But I don't need to be that level, because that no. I want to be respected as somebody that made good music, and I want to be appreciated and respected by my peers in the music shit too. That's big to me too. I like when other good artists be like, yo, that was dope. But still, I feel like what's been holding me back is the baggage that I hold on to from my past, and I really want to work on letting that go. So like, I can't remember who the hell where I first heard this, but basically somebody was saying like it's like kind of like a spell kind of. You write down something that you want to let go of, and then you burn it, right? So on this piece of paper, this piece of paper, I wrote down a bunch of shit that I want to let go so I can move on. You know what I mean? move on to the next phase of my life. And I'm about to set this shit on fire. And if you made it this far and you listening, I want you to do the same thing. We'll just see if it worked. You know what I mean? Write down all the shit from your past or something that you dealing with that you want to let go. And you can set that hoe on fire. We gon' set it. Let it burn.